Hello YouTube, how are you? Hope everybody's doing fine, I really do. We'll get into the video in just a minute, but please make sure to hit the subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell. Make sure that you get the information when I put out a new video. Go over to my Twitch channel. Also go to tattoot1009.com, which you see flashing up here at the top, to get information that I can't put on YouTube and other stuff that I have recorded so you can see it in the present time that you might not have got to see before. So much love to y'all. Y'all have a great day, and please enjoy the information that I'm bringing to you today. Have a good day now, you hear? Okay, we're recording. So over here is my YouTube channel, everybody. For the first time in history, I actually have two live streams running at one time. This is the one I run all the time, which is this one. Nope. This one. It's the one I run all the time. This one's a completely, entirely different live stream that I'm running right now. As you see, the page keeps changing. It's because it's a little bit behind, but we don't care, do we? Now, I want to go over here. Jesus Christ Almighty. Every time I come to this thing, it's froze up. But anyway, it's right here. This is my Twitch channel. If you are a subscriber, you can type in !SR and play YouTube music on here. You know, videos, music videos that you see. It don't show the video unless for some reason OBS goes down. But generally, when OBS does go down, you won't see nothing on the screen. I don't know. I don't think that Twitch will let you play it that way, but anyway, you can type it in and become if you become a subscriber, if you got Amazon Prime, you get a free subscription to Twitch. If you don't have it, you can become a follower. You don't have to become a subscriber, but if you are not a subscriber, you can't put your music in. Can't do nothing about that. That's the only option they give me for that. Now, this over here is Dutch's channel, which is not seeming to want to play neither today. There we go. This is his Twitch channel, and me and him both would appreciate y'all subscribing and following our channel. If you're a subscriber, please hit the follow button too, because you're always a follower, so you may not want to be subscribed every day of 365 days a year. And then again, maybe you do. Who knows? I'm just giving you the option to do both. This stream has been on 41 hours and 56 minutes, which about every 3 days I have to shut it off and clean the cookies and work on the computer. But y'all understand that. Now over here, which I've done said, I know some of you don't want to hear it again, but over here at tattoot1009.com is the main page. You see all of these things on here. Okay, this is YouTube Live, both of the YouTube live streams right here. Not both of them, but both addresses. Both of these addresses will work for the live stream. And then you see this and this. I'm not going to say the name, but you see them, and I know you know what they're for. Okay? This here is a PDF file, which is 32 pages of pages that are about radio frequency / microwave radiation, the effects and safety standards. You need to read this. It is very important for you to do your own research and read this. This comes out straight up that tells you things that I've been telling you for a long time without having this information. Okay? It's been out quite some time, but I hadn't seen it or didn't have it. Or if I did, it got lost when web page come down and I don't remember it. But over here on my page, you click here, and if you want to go somewhere else, down at the bottom, there's 1, 2, 3, and 4 pages that you can go to. But if you've seen those pages on the website and you want to see more, over here, everything is in a category. Okay? Some's got 450 pages, 65 pages, 387 pages. You see all these pages. The number over to the side is how many pages is there. Okay? I can't tell you the names, and I don't want to tell you. This one right here, page series 1, series 2, and series 3. Okay, you see the names. I don't have to tell you what they are. I mean, I got it blown up, I think, so you can see it good enough. And if you can't see it good enough, then actually blow up your page to full screen. You should be able to see it then. I'm telling you all these things so you understand how to do and navigate through the system. Sometimes I turn it off, and when I do, this page becomes a whole bunch of ads like down here. There'll be 4 across, and then you scroll down for I don't know, maybe 100 different ones. And then at the bottom it'll say older post, and then you click on it and it changes that 100 to another 100. It does that for probably, I think, 1,500 different web pages. Why? Because I've been doing it a long time here. According to the views up here, you can see why. Okay? Now, let's refresh that. I want to show y'all something too. Let's see. We're going to go from 1, let's just do 628. Let's see what that says when we refresh. Look at there. Almost 100 views. You see it. It said, what, 628? It says 701 now. But I can guarantee you they only counted 1 on Facebook. I meant WordPress, not Facebook. WordPress. And as you can see, that's called censorship, folks. If you don't know what that is, that's what it's called. You get page views, and they don't count them at all. And sometimes you have to be here for 10 minutes before they'll even count it. Sometimes 30. If it takes you 30 minutes to read something, and it's a big long page, they might count it. But if you're here, you go in there and read the headline, and you read the first paragraph, and you read the ending paragraph, and you might read the middle, and you're only there for a minute or two, and it's a short page. Or you go there and it's a 1-minute video, and that's all you want to watch is the video. You're only there for a minute. Then WordPress, or the analytics of WordPress, does not allow it to be counted. Why? Because me and Dutch had a WordPress.com page. They deleted both of them and used to protect us, and then all of a sudden they just deleted us with no information why they did it. They just did it. They did a bunch of people that way. but the ones that had a lot of controversial information, and we had our web pages set up from one page to the other, from older stuff than we first started, like a long time ago, then they decided to zap all the information. All my videos that I had on there, all my photos, his photos. It destroyed DutchSense website. He just deleted his. He ain't gonna have nothing to do with it anymore. He deleted it, but his WordPress.com's still there. It just don't have no information on it anymore, except for these. So make sure that you go over and, you know, have a chatty do over there. You know what I mean? Just chat it hard. But back to what we started this from is about censorship. As we've been talking about censorship, how long or why? You know, I showed you a video just a second ago about that girl, and we talking about all the things that's been happening since January of this year. We've had the Wuhan, and we got the Ebler Elf, and you know, the Gertz Foundation, and Soros giving money to that organization. And there's information out there already that a couple of scientists in Australia have proven, they say they have proven, let me say it that way, that they have proven that the wiggle was man-made. And I'm just repeating from someone else on that. I'm not no scientist, and I'm not no doctor. Well, maybe scientists a little bit, but I'm not no professional at it. I just know things. Things that I've worked with most of my life, like frequency and radios and electronics. Okay? I just wish I knew more about programming. Oh my God, do I do. Man, do I wish I knew how to program better. But anyway, it's another story. You got all of that organization and all of those things that they're doing. Now listen to me, folks. Just hear me out here. Okay? Just hear me out on this. We're here on this earth as human beings. And we people are being censored. Aren't we? And hundreds of thousands of you have seen where YouTube and Google and Twitter and Facebook have made all their remarks about no more. Gonna be no more mistakes like we made with Trump. Gonna be no more of them, right? I've all seen and heard all of that. Well, actually, they've been holding true to that information now, haven't they? Haven't they? Yeah, you know they have. And how do we know about all of that? Well, they basically come out and said it on their own. And now they've shown us in their own actions. And, you know, the Gates Foundation, before it become that same character used to be what? Most of you people are running it on your PC at this present time. And before he had that particular word that starts with a W for PCs, he had to build a PC first, didn't they? Didn't they? Yeah. The first one of those programs and the first PC cost $666. That's not no joke. Dutch has told y'all that before. Now, that was when the parts were big and overgrown and oversized and overjerked and all that stuff, right? Now we got a lot smaller. Well, the processors are about the same size, but they're way bigger. Instead of 1 megahertz, they're 3.7 gigs, 8 core, 16 core, 10 core processors. Which that means that's 10 processors in one, or 16, or 8, 8 processors and an 8 core. That's what that means. So that's the reason why computers has got more, or so much faster than they used to be, and they can handle more technology. Well, that's all good and fine, but they want to change your networks and your cell phone, your telephone, and your internet and your wireless. And they changed that without me knowing it. And my leg got burnt. Some of y'all have seen the photos, the pictures, the damage that it done to my leg. And 2 years later, I was diagnosed of being diabetic. I got this marking on my leg from the frequency from my router, because my router used to sit down on the floor. The frequency that it was originally transmitting on wasn't powerful enough to actually burn your leg. Not like it ended up doing. But after I got into it real hard, and I was there every day sitting in front of that box, and it was shining on me. And we're not talking about a little router that has very little power. It's just, it's little. It don't have no power. We're talking about the main one that furnishes the whole house, that has 2.4 and 5G in. They do today. The one that burnt me was only 2.4, which I didn't think it was 2.4. I thought it was still at 900 megahertz. But did I get fooled? I bought me an RF meter, and I bought me a meter for that, and I run it around, and I found out all my problems. I actually did videos on that. You can go back and look on YouTube on this channel and find them, where I actually did one where they put in a wireless meter in my wall. And so much for my electrical bill going down, I think the damn thing went up. But that's neither here nor there, right? It really is neither here nor there. But it is the information and the facts that they want to give you, and the things that they want to do to you, and the things that are going to continue to do to you. I'm tired, folks, of what they're doing to us. And I don't care if you're white, you're black, you're Asian, Mexican. Maybe they're not politically correct names, but Japanese, Chinese, Russian. I don't care from what country, what nationality, what country you're from. I don't care. I just want all of you to listen to me. Racism, I'm saying it for you. Racism is only promoted by whom? The media. Who is the media blocking? Anybody that has anything to do with the Republic. Why are they doing that to the Republic? Well, and why are they going out there, show me what democracy is, and show me this, and show me that, do me this way, give me that. If not, we're going to burn it down. Do you know what that's called? Do you know what that's called? That's called mob rule. That's under the word that's called democracy. Yeah. That democracy is not what our country is. It has a democratic voting system in it. That's the only thing that has the word democracy in it. And that's only because of the way the word what the meaning is behind democratic. Okay? But our Constitution, our Bill of Rights, does not have the word democracy in it. It says republic. You know, the Pledge of Allegiance to the republic for which it stands. Do you think for 1 minute, folks, that they're going to allow anybody to think otherwise when the Democrats at one time used to be for the working class, but for some reason or somehow the parties have changed? But really, if you want to look at party, they're the same with two faces, and the two faces change all the time. Doesn't matter if you're Democrat or Republican. It doesn't matter. It means the same thing every time that any one of you are out there and you're listening at this moment. Democrat and Republican. The rich and the poor. Republicans used to be the rich for the rich, and the Democrats used to be for the poor. But it ain't that way no more, folks. Now it's wishy-washy, flip-flop, change all the time. I'm sorry. I know you don't want to hear this. Folks, it's about being rich and being poor. Has nothing to do with anything else. It's making the poor folks and the people that have just a little bit more, the middle class, what they consider to still be the middle class. They want the middle class and the very poor to fight. The rich people ain't gonna be there. Oh, no way. They're watching you on TV with their extra cameras that you don't know about, that they can watch and you can't. They watching all the good stuff on there. It's like being in the Rome and they go in the big gallery in front of all the people while they have them people fight to the death. So what's going on right now? Is it history again repeating itself? I'm just asking. What do you think? I don't think, folks. I know that's what's happening. And I have a problem with my history being destroyed by Antifa and the very rich. They are taking your history down. I don't care what color you are, what side of the fence of that you're on. Problem is that crap happened a long time ago. A long time ago. And people in the world have paid enough for that. Why don't you go after the people that have real slavery still to this day, where they do human trafficking? Let's see, who was doing that at one time? Was that Pizzagate? Who was all involved in that? Yeah, one of the big names. Yeah. And who are they connected to? The Keebler-Elf and the Goober Foundation. You see my point here? Do you see my point? You know, y'all can chime in anytime you want. I mean, it would be nice if y'all would talk. I know some of you listen to me and don't want to talk, and that's generally most people that come to watch me anyway. They know where I'm coming from because I'm an old country boy. I say country boy, I got a country boy voice. My parents were from Georgia, and my mom talked real country. Her whole side of the family did. I didn't know my dad's family too much, but still. He had somewhat of a country voice, but not as bad as me or my mom. But the point of it is this. Why, folks, are we allowing these things to happen? You know, we got the very, very poor and the slight middle class fixing to clash. Oh yeah, they say within the next 5 years there's going to be a race war in this country. Why? How can you have a race war in this country when the race in this country is so multitude to begin with? Well, I'm just asking. I don't believe that there's one black person in this country anymore that if they go far enough back in their history that they don't have white in them, or Asian, or Indian, or Mexican, or anything else. We're all one people. We're all one. Me, I'm mostly Indian and white. And don't feel bad when I tell you this, but there was a fox in the woodpile somewhere back in the day. There's a little black in my family. I know that. And most of you people out there, I don't care how light your skin is, I don't care how dark your skin is, that all goes into the genes as they change over years. Some of you can be very, very fair-skinned and still have a lot of different races in you. Indian, Oriental, Mexican, Chinese, black, African. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. All of the people that have this matter stuff going on right now in your life and you believe wholeheartedly in taking down this, that, and another, have you thought this through? I'm just being honest. Have you thought this through? And the reason why I say, have you thought this through, is because I don't believe none of you have. I don't care where you came from or where you didn't come from. And then in the same aspect, I don't care if you're mega rich or if you're mega poor. You put your clothes on the same way everybody else does. And if you want to be mad and hate so bad, why aren't you hating against the people that's creating this? You know, the ones of you that are out there right now, think about this, the ones of you that are out there right now that are being paid to create different things. Well, you know that the mega poor can't pay you, but you're taking a paycheck from people to create a riot. Why don't you do that to create the same attitude against the people that really caused this? If you got that much energy, why haven't you done that? You know, the people that are paying you, you know what I mean? Y'all want to sit out there and listen to stuff that don't have nothing to do with anything other than what you can do to cost you more money in the long run. You know, insurance company has to pay for all that. You know that the insurance company is going to get a bailout from all of that, don't you? So in return, you're going to end up having to pay more taxes eventually. You're going to pay for that damage in one way or another. They've already saying that there's more to Wuhan going on, and lockdowns are sure to be coming. And they are going to lock down our country again. And it has nothing to do with nothing. No more than the regular common flu for most people. But this is a weapon. It was created as a weapon. To what? To create a roll up your sleever, a shot in your arm that's got nanny, you know, little nanny needles in it, nipples in it. Nanny nipples. Y'all know what a nano is, right? Nanny nipples. Let's just call them nanny nipples. Real small nannies. Like ants. Super small. You got all this stuff going on. All of it. And you got special laws for certain people. For example, if you got enough money, you can get away with murder. Right? How do I know that? OJ. That's one example. If the glove don't fit, you must quit. Hell of a slogan, because it worked. He got off on that. And he may have deservedly said was capable of doing so. But then they convicted him and took all of his money away. And then he ended up doing something real stupid, trying to get his wealth back, which he should have probably just set low and let some of those money royalties come back and get him caught up and get a little money back, and then start over with something else. But he didn't do that. Did something wrong, for real, and he went to jail for it for several years. But doesn't matter whether he did, he got cleared. So they didn't leave him alone even though he did get cleared, did they? So basically, they still came after him. Why? But they did. And they do that to everyone that they want to put away and can't. They just keep coming. Why? Why did they just keep coming? When you are cleared by your peers, there are supposed to be laws about that, coming after people. But evidently, they didn't work for OJ, did they? And this guy in Florida didn't work for him either. They still coming for him as well. A lot of people that have won against the system have been gone off on every other time. They just don't get left alone. They got to go through major steps to get their name changed, move to another state, change their name again, and then move to another state or move out of the country so they can't find them anymore, to be clear of their life, to have a clean slate of a new life, and maybe even do some real different appearance looks. Maybe a facelift, maybe cutting all her hair off, or changing the color, doing something, doing some kind of facial feature change so people just don't recognize you, or enough to say, damn, that looks like so and so, but no, that can't be him. I hadn't seen nothing of him in 30 years and he wouldn't look like that now. You know what I'm saying? Even though you did look that way, they just don't remember. It's the only way, right? And you know, it doesn't matter what you say or what you do on YouTube or explain to people what's really going on. It has nothing to do with race, people. Nothing. It has to do with mega rich and the mega poor. There's some people out there that are super rich, and they don't even know what they're doing. They're saying and doing things that have no exception to what they're doing. And it blows me away that those people don't know any better than what they're doing. It's really very disappointing, folks, that I know that some of those people out there are way smarter than they're putting up with. Way smarter. But these people out there think that it's Democrat and Republican. But it ain't. Ain't got nothing to do with it. Trump used to be a Democrat, folks. Sorry. I like the way Trump does some things. But I know that there's other things that he could do to stop the censorship. And I know that he could do it with the signature. I know he signed an executive order to help, but he could do an executive order to stop. Today, right now, shut them down. In other words, go knock on their door and fill it up with the National Guard. All stop. No joke. That could happen to Google. That could happen to Facebook, YouTube, all of them. Because if you really want to know, in fact, he could actually do that under a war with social media. He could stop that completely. Because what's going on right now is we didn't have, when they made the Constitution of the United States, we didn't have this kind of information. It would take months to maybe a year for people to find out information who the next president actually really was. But today, we get it in minutes. But yet, we're sitting here with all of this stuff that's going on every day, all day long, with the same old stuff. And that's a fact. All day long, we get the same stuff. All day long. Every day. It never changes. It's never going to change until someone stops it. Now, is that going to be within our country, outside of our country, or is it being waited on for someone else to do? The rich, the poor, the poorer, it has nothing, it has to do with money and power and being hungry. There's one thing that they've been working on to scare you all with, and that's hunger. No one's really paying that no attention yet. But if they bring this crazy crap, and Trump allows it, back, and they close down your food line, there's going to be a lot of people sick. And guess how they're going to be sick, folks? You have any idea? Do you have any idea? Well, I'll tell you. Have you ever seen a dog that was really, really hungry, and you only fed him like every other day, and he was hungry, and you was mean to him? Did you ever see what happened to that hungry dog? If he ever got out, anything that got in his path that looked like food, he'll eat. And then once he has that in his brain, he's not going to stop till he's got plenty of food to eat. You understand? You think that you're good right now, and you got things, and you got lights right now, and you got food, and you got this. Wait till your neighbor has no survival skills. You know the riots that you've been seeing? That's going to be mild compared to what's going to happen. You're going to have groups of people hunting together, and they're going to be hunting. Do you know what I mean by hunting? In other words, they're going to be hunting you to eat. People turn into cannibals when it comes right down to it. When they're hungry, they're going to eat. It's going to be like zombie land. Oh yeah. You might be alive and real, but you're going to forget who you are and what you're all about just to survive. And then your race and your world and your whole country and all the worlds around, you're going to turn into cannibals. That's right. Not going to be growing no crops. You ain't going to be going to turn into meat eaters till that runs low. That runs low, then you're going to start eating yourselves. I know. I don't want to hear that crazy talk. Really? You don't want to hear the crazy talk. You think that's crazy? How many movies have you watched with what I've told you in it? Has any of y'all ever seen the movie The Circle with Tom Hanks in it? You need to watch that. Compare it to what's happening today. No joke. If you're on Amazon right now, you can find that on Amazon right now. It's playing for free. Watch it for free. Watch it. Go watch it. I'm sure it's on the YouTube platform as well. Go watch it. Think about it while you're watching it. Don't sit there and twiddle your thumbs. Put your brain into motion while you watch it. A lot of movies that you watch today, put your brain in motion when you're watching it. Think about what's happening to you today when you're watching that video. Multitask at the same time on everything you do. Yeah, put it in perspective of what's going on. You want to go back and watch it again without the perspective, go ahead. Or watch it the first time and then watch it the second time with the perspective. You'll find something in that movie that's going on today. And what's the biggest thing that they love to tell you? If you teach the people, say a lie enough times, what happens to the people? They begin to believe the lie. I've told y'all this story before. Now, my uncle's almost 90 years old now, but this happened when he was in his late 80s. A few years ago. He got mad as hell at me. And he didn't let me explain it to him completely. He got too mad. He was in World War II. And he told me, he said democracy, and I says, Uncle, we're a republic, we're not a democracy. He got mad as, I fought in the war for our country, for democracy. I said, no, Uncle, you didn't. Well, he got in his car and he stormed off, and he didn't speak to me for a month. But I told him, I started saying the Pledge of Allegiance, but I said into the republic when I was getting in his car. He had to simmer on that a month. And he finally called me up and says, what am I doing? I told him, I says, what's going on? He says, well, I needed to call and apologize to you. You were right and I was wrong. I says, about what? I done forgot. He said, what you told me about democracy and republic. I says, I know. If they tell a lie long enough, people begin to believe it. And that's what happened to him. He had heard it on CNN and ABC because he watched CNN News and Fox News on TV. He'd flip from one channel to the other all day long, watching what one had to say against this one and that one had to say about the other one. And it blew his mind that he forgot. And I told him, I says, well, if you listen to that stuff all day long, eventually you think that you are a democracy when you're not. I said, that means mob rule. He said, I know, I looked it up. He did some research on his own. Him and his daughter. She looked up the stuff for him because he don't know nothing about computers, but she did. But you see my scenario here? Do you see what's going on in this country right now? I'm being honest, folks. I'm not lying to you. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm not trying to belittle you. I'm not doing any of those things. But someone is. The rich is manipulating the very poor in some cases because when the issues of walking in the street and breaking things became a problem later on in the system, they knew on day one what they were going to do. They already had this mold made. I showed y'all that the mugshot of the police officer and the picture of the man that actually got shot, that was the guy that did the damage and caused the issue, was not the same two people. Now, I saw a video of a black man that had made a video, and he did a real good job of showing something. Now, I can't prove that he was right. They keep taking the video down. But the guy that was supposed to have died looked. The guy had on a hoodie, sunglasses, and a face mask. But underneath the sunglasses, the nose part and up to the mask looked identical to the photos of the man that had the knee on his back. Now, can I prove that is who that is? No, I'm just telling you what I saw. I've seen a lot of things and heard a lot of things. We do know I know this for a fact, the two shots of videos that they showed, two different people. That guy that had the knee on the man's neck is not the guy in the mugshot that they showed us. It's not him. Their ears are different, their hairline's different. One's got a bald spot, the other one don't. And hair growth does not grow that fast in a week. Or actually it wasn't a week, it was 4 days. Don't grow that fast. Under no circumstance. And y'all know that. Straight up, no issues, no problems. Y'all know that. So folks, what in the hell is going on in our world? Why are these things happening to our country? Why are we allowing these things to happen? Can't y'all help to see the light? The real truth is in your future. It's in your life. It's no joke. It's in your face, in your life, in your heart, and in your soul. It's no joke. But if you keep believing the criminal organizations, and I'm calling them criminal because what they've done to our country is they've crippled it. And in my own personal opinion, they have started a war against the American people. And I don't care if you're rich or poor. It depends on how rich you might be and whose side you might be on. If they bring back this, if they bring back the Wuhan virus, the wiggle, if they bring that back, guess what's going to happen to you? You remember what we were talking about going hungry and what happens to hungry people? That's exactly right. Those particular people, in my opinion, need to be arrested and incarcerated right now. Under any particular reason that they can come up with. Terrorism would be number one in my book, because in this country they don't have rights for trial or anything, and they can be held indefinitely. And that child Pizzagate stuff, All those people need to be arrested too. Oh yeah, since we're talking about that, you know that one big pedophile guy that died in prison? Y'all don't really believe that, do you? Because, you know, the picture that they showed of him supposedly blue in the face, that was not that man. Nope, that wasn't him either. No, sir. I did a comparison with him too. Their noses were different, and this is a fact. Nose was different, so was the ear, and the man that I just don't even go into the details on it that much, but the nose and the ears didn't match. They had the same hairline different, not by much, but somewhat different. He made better of a closer match than the two cops, and that's no joke, but they were still different. The original photos that we've seen of the original guy had a very straight nose. The other guy had a lumpy, humpy nose. That's no joke. I'm not lying to you. There's photos out there. You can look at them for yourself. They're not the same guys, folks. In fact, I don't know what. Oh, I don't know why I drilled down that far. Maybe. Let's go here. I'll show you if it's here. Not looking like it's gonna be on this one. No, it ain't on this one. Oh, that sucks. Really? Let's go here. I'm trying to find something, so we'll keep talking, but while I'm trying to find it. But fact of it is, folks, is something's very wrong, and y'all know it. It's very, very wrong, and it ain't gonna change because people aren't gonna let it. These people have lots of money. They don't want you to know what the left hand's doing with the right hand, and they don't want you to know what the right hand's doing with the left hand, or none of that stuff. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to go to another page. I'll find it in a second. I just don't remember what I put it under, what category. Oh, let's look at this. I don't think it's here, but we're gonna see. Ah, it is. Is this the right one? I doubt now. Ah. Now, like I told you, you see, see the ears? They have close to the same hairlines, but they're not the same. This guy's got a lot coarser hair than this guy. This guy's hair is straighter. Look how straight his nose is compared to this guy. Got a hump. Their ears ain't even close. Nowhere near close to the same. Not even close. You see that, right? Nowhere near this here and that here. In fact, if you really want to be truthful about the whole thing, his eyes are in deeper, and so is his eyebrows are different. See them? His are straight, his is more round, and his eye is closer to the end of his nose than this guy's. He's got inset eyes, and this guy's got outer eyes. So if this guy's eyes was different, he would look completely different. Look at the bottom of the nose. See? They're different. You see that. There's no way you can just not see that. There's no way. Now, do you understand what I'm saying? Is this guy really, out to lunch? Being honest. Is he out to lunch? I don't think so. Why? Because the people that he's involved with has got lots and lots of money. They were good friends. Do you understand? Do you understand, folks? This is a long page. It's got lots of stuff on it. But now y'all see what I showed you there. Oh, look, remember it was at 600 a while ago? Now it says 979. It was 1628. Now it's 1979. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? How many people actually visit my webpage? But like up here, none of these has been shared, and every time it does get shared, which I've done before, they don't show up. After a certain period of time, they quit showing up. Why? Because they're blocking it. Of course they're blocking it. They don't want you to know that. Hell, and they took one of the videos down. They don't want you to know that. Period. I want you to know. Is this video going to get to stay up? I don't know. I'm showing and I'm talking. But does that mean anything to anybody? Oh, there's 9 people in here now. There was 18. And now we dropped to 10. Guess who that is? I must have said something wrong. They're blocking it. Why are they blocking it? Why would they block it? Don't you know yet? I'm being honest. Don't you know yet? Of course you do. Of course you know why they've been blocking it. There's no doubt in my mind that you know why it's being blocked. Why is it being blocked? You know why. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know why. Just like I do. They're going to continue to block. They're going to continue to block, and they're going to bring you right back to this. It's called censorship. They're blocking everybody. They are. The Twitters are. The Googles are. The YouTubers are. They do it intentionally. Sometimes I get a break with the moderator that's on my channel, and he won't be there. And then he leaves certain things on so no one can see it. Like if you was to go to my page and do inspect element. Let's go here. No, let's go to this one. This is the new one. Let's go here. Go here, hit inspect element. Go down here. Wait for it to load because that's what, there we go. Now let's go here. Look at all the stuff that are causing issues. Do you see that? Now this is real stuff. This is real information that I'm giving you right now. Now let's go over to this page and let's do the same thing. Let's see if it's doing the same exact thing. Now this is Veritas's page. 1. Did you see any difference there? Me, and then them. They've been still getting issued, but not near as many times as me. Look, and each one of these, if you click on them, look at them now. Then you got this one. Let's close that one and let's open that one. Then you got those. Then you close that one. Then you got 2 more down here. You see my point here, folks? Now let's go back over here to him. He's got 41, which you can click on, but they're not the same type of issues. Mine have the word block in them and all kinds of things. They don't. See? .404. All kinds of crap. You see it for yourself. I'm not trying to hurt nobody. I'm just telling you the truth. The truth hurts when it happens. And when it's for real. I don't know how they doing that to use the information against you, but we all know that at this particular point, this video's only got 10 people watching it, is there not? And that code probably stays in the metadata, so when it gets shared, it kicks it back. So it has, they say malware, so it don't get shared. And then if it does happen to get shared, then this turns out to be something and it kicks on another filter for that organization to also ban it from the population. Do you get it now? Does that make sense to any of y'all? Of course it does. Of course it does. So remember, folks, it's all about you and what you want to do in life. It really is. So y'all remember who you are and where you come from. You got to do that. If you don't, you're messing up. And that's just the simple facts of life. No joke. It's all real, and it's all dead in your face. I've said a lot of stuff in this video, folks, and I mean a lot. And I want y'all to all be popular in the world. I all want you to have what you want in life. I do. But it's up to y'all, folks. Do you want everything to be real in your life? Then think about what I said. What do you see wrong with what's going on? And the people that created this whole scenario created all of this, including the riots. All, and I mean all, those people are guilty of treason against their own people. That's a fact. That's not no joke. That's a fact. They have completely committed treason against their country. Treason. And who's going to stop them? The only people that can stop them is you. And that's a fact. Don't forget to go to my Twitter page, folks, and help me out over there. Don't forget to go to tattoot1009.com. Help me out. I do not have ads monetization on my YouTube channel. I can't get super chats. I can't get this. I can't get that. I can't do anything on my YouTube channel except make videos. That's the way it started, and that looks like that's going to be the way it ends. So, y'all please go to the other ones to help me out if you want to, or go to my PayPal if you want to help me out. If not, that's okay. I was broke when I started, and I'll be broke when I'm done. That's a fact. Why is that? That's just the way this goes. You think there is some people that make billions of dollars, but not people like me. Not the ones that tell you the facts straight in your face so you can hear it and pretty much understand it. So that, folks, much love to y'all, and from my cold dead hands, and I damn well mean it. Abolish, that's why I say this, corporate greed. Who's the greedy ones? You know them, frontwards and backwards. And they trying to make it your government, 100%. So much love. And if you can't speak freely, you're simply not free. That's a fact. Much love. Hello, YouTube. How are you? Hope everybody's doing fine. I really do. We'll get into the video in just a minute. But please make sure to hit the subscribe button. Also, hit the notification bell. Make sure that you get the information when I put out a new video. Go over to my Twitch channel. Also go to tattoot1009.com, which you see flashing up here at the top, to get information that I can't put on YouTube and other stuff that I have recorded so you can see it in the present time that you might not have got to see before. So much love to y'all. Y'all have a great day, and please enjoy the information that I'm bringing to you today. Have a good day now, you hear?